What is up? It is Ryan with Crack and Optimized SEO and Websites, and today's video I am going to show you the results of a local SEO campaign we did for the Sunbelt Business Brokers. They are a business brokerage out of Arizona with 3 locations in Arizona. So if you like these website marketing online videos like this, how to market your business on the internet from website to SEO to ads, email campaigns, so on and so forth, please consider subscribing to the Optimized SEO and Websites YouTube channel. I am going to be putting a majority of the content that is not lawn and landscape related onto that channel. But this video is very applicable to a lawn service, the core audience of the Lawn Crack channel. So that's why I wanted to put this one on here and just make sure that you knew, if you do like this kind of content, please consider to subscribe to the other channel so you can get it all. But I'm gonna make this video as quick as possible. So this was a WordPress website, but they aren't using the theme that we prefer, so I could do very little to the look and feel of this website, but that was not part of the scope of work. The main goal of my service was to get their business found more often in the search results, and the numbers are clearly showing that we accomplished that very well. So I'm going to show you the handful of differences we made, and then show you the scope of work, and then show you the results, and hopefully I can keep this under 10 minutes. So this, what we're looking at on the left, is their actual live website right here, phoenixbusinessbrokers.net. I have copied the site from the day I logged into their original site before I made any edits onto a dummy domain that I own. So that's what we're looking at. This is the new site. This is the original site when we started our work. So if we come down, a lot of this looks the same, but I adjusted some H tags and some links and added some internal links and just added a little bit more text to the website in general. Here's like more text I added right here. This section wasn't here, so we just got more words on the page. This was a major keyword, so we got that into an H tag on the home page. Lots of links. These internal links really do provide value. And then if we come down here, this is what we really needed to clean up right here. Was they had all the locations address on every page, and when you have multiple locations, that's not really how you should handle this. So if you have multiple locations, you want to build out multiple location pages that would contain all of the specific data for that location. So that's what we have going on now. So if we come back up on the original site, we have nothing under contact. On this site, we have a drop down where you can go to the different locations. So Scottsdale, Chandler, and Prescott are where the locations are. Scottsdale is very close to Phoenix, so that's essentially their Phoenix location. Chandler's actually very close to Scottsdale and Phoenix. So that's what's going on. Over and beyond this, I identified key pages such as this selling page, and if we open this up, the original other main page under selling was selling tutorial, which I renamed to how to sell a business. So just to get you an idea of what else we did, I'll go to this page. So this is one of the things that we did that was kind of a technical SEO thing, was selling tutorial is now how to sell a business on the new site. So if I copy that address over here, we're going to end up staying on this same page because that is a redirect. So if you ever change content from an existing URL, you want to set up that redirect. And if we go through this, you'll notice the big H1 tag is much more keyword optimized for what people would actually be typing in if they're trying to figure out how to sell a business. Very few people are going to type in selling tutorial, and that's a very vague term. So that's kind of a poor choice if you're trying to target how to sell a business, and you have selling tutorials, your URL slug, and your H1 tag. So if we just come down this page, one difference is it got rid of this sidebar with this map of one location and then all the addresses again over here. But it's really hard to tell as far as the content, but what I did was add some internal links, adjust the H tags and stuff like that. So very little different to the content. Like I wasn't rewording everything or anything like that. Just going through and doing what I knew would provide value very quickly. So that's that. Just to show you the location pages real quick. I'll just show you one of them. We'll go to Scottsdale. So basically, it's just all content specific to the Scottsdale location. And then when you come down, all specific to Scottsdale. And then boom, here's that location specific information, including the unique phone number, the unique address. I believe the hours are the same between all the businesses, but then, a link to that business's Google My Business, that business's Google My Business map embedded, all of this kind of stuff. So that's the way to handle multiple locations. And that's that. So I'll show you the scope of work real quick, and that is this right here. So we're trying to get them found more often in local search. So if you have a local business, these citations really do provide a lot of value. Look for a link in the description for the tool that I use. It is the cheapest, fastest way to do it. It certainly beats taking your own time or having an employee do it. It'll cost way less. It'll be done right. You'll have full access to edit, update, add to, all that kind of stuff, every citation created. So we wanted to fully populate, make sure all existing citations have accurate and up-to-date info, and then obviously the 18 citations we created, we wanted them to have that same accurate info. This name, address, phone, the NAP of your business is so important to keep consistent across the web wherever that a profile of your business shows. That would be your website, your Google My Business, your Bing Places, your Yelp, your Facebook page, so on and so forth, to all of the websites like yellowpages.com, Monta, Angie's List, and all those. So adjust the footer. Since we needed to get all of those addresses out of the footer, we replaced that with some keyword rich text that was applicable to an entire site. We built out the location pages and put that drop down menu under contact. And then, so that's what was going on. And I just did a bonus because I like going over and beyond for all of my clients that I get a chance to work for. So I optimized the homepage, the title, the meta description. So your page title and meta description are what's shown in the search results. The H tags are your headlines. So basically more important text on your website other than your natural normal paragraph text. And then internal links. So by linking your pages internally, strategically, you can try to tell the search engines which pages on your website that you think are more important. And you do that by putting a link in the text from one page to another on your own website. So I ended up extending this bonus to include all of the key pages I identified, like that selling and the how to sell a business and the buying, then how to buy a business. The listings page got updated. The contact page got adjusted. All of the pages we created, including the master locations page and then the individual locations pages. So we did all of this for all of them. Plus we did the URL structure and redirects as needed to make sure our URL slugs were keyword friendly and our H1 tag matched our URL slug. During the keyword research for this business, we identified Phoenix Business Brokers as a very high value keyword, and we optimized all of our work around this as we're doing everything to the site. That's just something when you're performing SEO, it's just really important you understand all of the elements and everything that goes into SEO, so everything that you're doing is congruent with one another. And then, every time I get on a website like theirs, that maybe the people that have been working on it in the past didn't have the maybe they had the right intentions, but they didn't have the best knowledge or know how to go about doing things in the right way. So I cleaned up a lot of things, like I made some edits to the htaccess file, to the robots.txt file, and various stuff like this. And then I have a couple recommendations for this business, which would be get at least 10 reviews for each location on Google, and take interior and exterior photos of the other 2 locations that are lacking them currently. Redirect their duplicate website. They have a whole duplicate website that is showing the content of the website before I did the work, and it's, it should just be one website per business. So this is kind of like Google and other search engines think you're kind of fishing to get 2 listings in the search results for the same business essentially, and they do not like that. So that's definitely hurting your SEO. This necessarily isn't hurting that you don't have these reviews, but everything that we've done and you've done building up your business's reputation over the years would be amplified if you were able to get a minimum of 10 reviews for each location. And then as I was working, it was just really funny noticing that some secure web pages and stuff like this, some of the pages were secure, some weren't. So everything should be secure with your website these days. That's HTTPS. And it's just not. So we don't host this website, so I'm not exactly sure. Something I just remembered that we left off of here is there was actually a lot of duplicate content on this website, so we set up a lot of redirects and just redirected to the page that had more content. There were just several, I think there was 8 pages on this website that literally had the exact same content of another page on that website, minus one had a little bit of additional content. Well, those pages, what is the point of having the page that has a little bit less content? There's just absolutely no point. So we just redirected. So any kind of SEO value that page had gotten, we just said, hey, just look for, send anybody trying to go here to this page, any juice, SEO juice that this page is built up, send it to this page because it's the exact same page. So that's what we did there. So that's kind of a technical thing. So we'll start off with Google My Business. So what we have going on here is, a professional SEO. I do a lot of work in Excel and analyze a lot of data in Excel. And this is how I make a lot of decisions as to what I'm going to do for a client. So this is an export from Google My Business. You can get this yourself by exporting the data. You would do this from your main homepage before you go to that individual property, and you would just export the data and you'd get all this like this. You can set the date range and all that kind of stuff. So what I did was, the white is before our service. So if you notice, these are the locations down this column right here, column A. So the white is before our service, and it is the 7 weeks before our service. And this is the 7 weeks after our service, because that's about all of the data that we had available. So we went 7 weeks before, 7 weeks after. If you know anything about SEO, it takes time. So we're just really looking like, are things trending in the right direction? And they certainly are, but it's just honestly not enough time to see how just the full value that this service is going to provide to this company, because it's just going to continue to grow over the next 2 to 4 months, because it's only been about 2 months. So SEO takes 3 to 6 months. So we'll see exactly how well this performed, early next spring in 2021. But so the different locations, and I just added a % improved just to make it very clear how much we improved. So what we're basically looking at is this going down column by column, one by one. So right now we're just looking at column B here, and this is just the rating. So this is their reviews on Google. So they only have 5 reviews for their main location. So that's what I'm saying. They need to get the reviews up and everything would be amplified. Total number of searches. So Google tells you what this field means right here. It's the number of times number of times customers found this listing by searching on Google search or maps. So for the Prescott location, we have a 73% improvement. For the Scottsdale, we have a 32% improvement. And for the Chandler location, we have a 42% improvement thus far. Direct searches. So this necessarily doesn't represent our work, because this is not really SEO. This is a direct search. They're literally typing in the business name or address on Google search or maps and trying to locate this business. So that is not an SEO thing. They're typing in the business name. So that's not really applicable. So we're not really going to look at that one. Direct searches. So number of times customers found this listing by searching for the category, product, or service on Google search or maps. So this is something that we definitely want to improve on. This is saying you're searching for a related term that this business offers that product or service, or is in that category. So we got a 60% improvement, a 32% improvement, and a 47% improvement thus far. Total views, so number of times this listing has been viewed on Google search or maps. So we're up 57, 29, and 39%. Search views, number of times this listing has been viewed on Google search, up 82, up 8, up 40. And then the final one is map views, number of times this listing has been viewed on maps. We're up 17, 74, and 38%. So that has to do with us fully populating our Google My Businesses, making the optimizations we made on the website, because that is something that your Google My Business is definitely referencing the data on your website. And then all of those citations we built out have the exact same data that is found in their Google My Businesses, just further verifying that data and making Google very confident to show that data in the search results, knowing that it is accurate and on all these other websites. So what I did here was export data from Google Search Console. So once again, we did the 7 weeks before our service, which is in the white. We did our 7 weeks after the service, which is in the green. And then the percent improvement is in the yellow. So here's the queries coming down column A. So people are literally typing this into Google. Business Brokers Phoenix, Phoenix Business Brokers. That's what we identified as the main keyword. So that's great that those are at the top of this list. Businesses for sale in AZ, which is the abbreviation for Arizona. Businesses for sale Phoenix, Sunbelt Business Brokers. So you get the idea coming down here. So everything is looking really, really good. I mean, we didn't get improvements on everything. We do have some negatives here and there, but overwhelmingly, this is awesome data. All of these NAs right here means it got 0 clicks before our service, and now it is actually getting clicks. So we're getting clicks on all of these searches that we were previously not getting clicks at all for. So that is awesome. And like I said, this just hasn't been long enough to really show the full value that this service has provided. So this is clicks. So this is number of times you were clicked in the search results. So this is impressions. This is the number of times that you were one of the search results, whether you got clicked on or not. So up. I mean, we got some more than 100%, more than 1,000% on Scottsdale Business Brokers. So awesome term right there to be going way up on. And like I said, we do have a little bit of negative in here, but overall, overwhelmingly positive results. And then we actually get to see the position and how we're improving in the position. So the position, so this is, were you in position 3 in the search results or position 7? So we are going up, most of the time we're going up with the position in the search results. So I hope that kind of shows you exactly like what we can do for your business is for your business's online presence. Like, we can seriously get you in front of more people actively searching for your product or service, and then from there it's your job to convert them to a client. Like, having a good looking website that works for you 24/7 selling your services is obviously a benefit. It's super important to have a website that looks good and functions properly on mobile these days. And there's a bunch of other stuff that could be done. With how greedy Google is getting these days, I really recommend any business that wants to grow, you need to look into investing in Google ads. Well, I mean, I'm talking a minimum of a $5 a day budget, just so you stay at the top of the search results on your key searches and stuff like that. But it's really such a nominal fee for the exposure that it gets you. And there's just so many search terms that you could go over that are valuable to your business that are very cheap clicks on Google ads. So that's just a little rundown. I made this video for my client to just show them how our service is providing value to their business and stuff like that. I knew that this service was going to have outstanding results just because of everything I saw, the kind of the state of everything when I started working with them. I just saw vast room for improvement, and we are realizing those results very quickly because of the radicalness of the changes we made. But that's it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Like I said, please subscribe to the Optimize SEO and Websites channel if you'd like more marketing and how to improve your business's online presence and stuff like that, because I'm going to try to get back to making lawn care and landscaping videos for the Lawn Crack channel and leave this kind of stuff on the other channel. If something is very specific to the lawn and landscape channel, I'll post that marketing video on the Lawn Crack channel. Please consider liking and subscribing and all that stuff. If you think someone would find value in the video, please share it with them. And until the next video, you already know, keep making money.